Hello everyone, so in this video we are going to do a complete overhaul of your aging Roomba. And if you look over here, this is my Roomba 985 bought from Costco. Pretty much the same model as the one that you buy outside, the model 980. And before I have I've done a video on how to maintain your Roomba by replacing some of the common parts, but in this video we're actually replacing some of the more expensive parts on this Roomba to make it running like brand new again. Okay, so a few things that I'm going to show you. First is I have this little kit which I showed last time. This kit is extremely useful, and you'll want to have a few of those in stock. Eventually some of those parts, the rollers, the little brush, and the filters needs to be replaced on a constant basis. I'll also at the end show you a trick on how to actually prolong the life of your filter, so you don't have to replace it as often. Okay, when do you think you need to replace the wheels? All right, so look at my Roomba over here. You can see the wheel comes with some texture, and it's very sticky. Now on this wheel on the right side, it's completely worn off. Okay, so this is probably a good time to get the wheel replaced, because you can see also there are uneven wears on two of those wheels. And granted, our Roomba has been in service for a long time, for at least 3, 4, maybe 5 years now. Never had any issue. Okay, so it's being extremely reliable, and now I'm just gonna try to make it running like new again. Okay, so the thing we're gonna replace today are both of those wheel modules, left and right, and we'll also replace again everything that's listed over here in this refresh kit, including the filters, including the little brush and the little roller ball. Okay, and the most important thing I think for this video is I want to show you guys how to change out those wheel modules. And I highly recommend you buy the genuine iRobot wheel modules instead of the ones that's knockoff, because again, those has been in use for years and they never had any problem. The only reason I replace them is because they are worn. Okay, so extremely reliable. You don't want to go aftermarket and get something that you're not sure how long it's going to last, and obviously it's not going to be as good as the original equipment that the Roomba recommends. All right, let's just get started. So first thing first, of course, if you look at our wheels over here, those are totally worn with lots of hair. Now, periodically, every week, you should inspect your wheel. You should look on the sides and take out all the hairs that's being stuck inside the wheel on both sides to make sure the wheel actually spins in perfect condition. So if it spins fine and it doesn't have any major damage, you can continue to use your wheel. But our wheel had some like hair being dragged on, and some of the edges already lost its texture, so it's definitely time to replace those wheels. Okay, so today we're going to replace those. And the filter replace when the bottom gets like super dirty. It's about time to replace. And my trick that I want to show you is, before we go ahead and replace the wheel module, is the filter you need to clean after every 1 to 2 times you dump the trash bin. Okay, so because the filter is very important, it keeps a good airflow for your Roomba. And again, my trick is obviously to do this trick you need some sort of a handheld vacuum or another vacuum, because you're gonna be with the dirt side facing down. You're gonna just knock this on the floor and see all the dirt comes out. This is what's keeping the filter from, this is what makes the filter go bad eventually if you have so much dirt trapped. So if you knock this down, okay, if you get those dirt out, from the bottom of the Roomba trash bin filter, you can actually extend this filter's life much longer. Okay. And that's just my trick for not having to replace the filter, every couple of weeks. I can probably extend this and not replace it for at least, I would say at least 1 to 2 months, okay? And we have lots of cats in the house, and the filter gets really dusty as well, but it has been working perfectly fine with this little trick. So I would advise you guys, if you have a handheld vacuum, definitely periodically get this filter knocked on the floor, get all the dirt out, and suck on the bottom side to keep this filter in better working condition. So we're not replacing the filter at this moment, but I just want to show you guys that trick, so if it helps you guys, okay? So, okay, to access the wheel module, it's also very simple. There are 4 screws on the back, and again, this also applies to the, I believe the 800 series of the Roomba, because this wheel works for both 800 series and 900 series robots, okay? So you can get this from Amazon, or you can buy directly from iRobot. I'll post the link. So the first thing is removing those 4 screws, which you can in turn access the bottom, the mounting screw for the wheel module, okay? And also you want to remove this little brush. The brush can be removed fairly easily with just a small Phillips head screwdriver. Now this brush we have been using it for a while. It definitely needs a replacement. It's totally worn, and yeah, it calls for replacement. So the brush looks like this now, and calls for a new one. And you also want to periodically take this brush out, okay, and get the dirt out from under the brush. You see, those hairs prevent the brush from turning smoothly, so you definitely want to get those out, okay? So that's removed, and we have 4 screws left, okay. A multi-bits screwdriver definitely helps, because there are a few different bigger screws and smaller screws that you need to unscrew. So those 2 screws hold the battery, so you're gonna pull the battery out and then remove the other two screws to expose what's under the cover, okay? So this one's removed. I'm gonna take the battery out. And now is a good time to actually just do a general clean. And just suck up whatever you can find, the dust that's under there. So 2 more screws to go. And the cover should pop off right here. And now, again, another good time to inspect the dirt under here and do a general clean. If any of the area just looks horrendously dirty, it's a good time to clean it, okay? Now, once we replace the wheel modules, we can also do a even further clean under the module, because I believe there are some hair and dust under there as well. Okay, now we get to the juicy part, which is replacing those 2 wheels. I bought those. So make sure when you buy a right one and a left one, because they're not the same. Okay, so make sure you get both and replace both of the wheels at the same time, unless one of your wheel totally stops working. Okay. So we'll take this out, and this is the right side. I don't know which one exactly is right, which one is left by definition, but we'll soon find out, and it shouldn't be that hard. Okay. All right. Okay. So the wheel module is actually, the installation of the module is extremely easy as well. So in general, those Roombas are designed to be very easily maintained and extremely easy to service. All I need is a little screwdriver, and every part's pretty much you can replace yourself, okay? There are a little instruction on how to replace the wheels. And oh yeah, we're also replacing this little assembly because it's being worn almost completely now, and it doesn't even turn that nice, okay? So it's right here. We're gonna take it out. Just take a quick look, okay? So this one is very easy. You just pop it out and it should come out, okay? So we'll do this later. The wheels are secured each side by a very tiny screw. So let's see, we can see all screw 1, screw 2, and screw 3. Once you have those 3 screws out, you should be able to pull the wheel out very easily, okay? So I'm just gonna start by removing, let's see. And again, different size of Phillips head for different size of the screws. This one is a very tiny screw. One screws out. Now those are not locking screws, so they do fall off. So make sure you don't have this stuck somewhere inside. Okay. All right. It looks like I might need a different screwdriver for the last one because the last one is actually hidden. The last one is right here. You need a very small, tiny screwdriver to access this one. So I'll be back. Okay guys, so I'm back, and in order to remove this wheel assembly, you do need one of those smaller and skinnier and longer screwdriver for accessing this little tiny screw over here that's hidden inside, okay? So the bigger screwdriver might not work as well, so you definitely want to be prepared and get the small screwdriver toolkit. I'll post the link down below on where you can buy it from Amazon. It's very handy, very useful set of screwdrivers. All right, so very easily removed, okay? Now with 3 screws all loosened, we can just pull this out very easily, okay? Now this wheel still works fine. It still turns, okay? It doesn't have any problem. I might be able to sell it used, so someone else might be able to actually just recondition the top surface and then make it a working wheel again for their Roomba. But this is how you remove the wheels. Super, super easy. And again, this screw, I'm actually gonna put the screw back in there so it stays with this replaced module. So definitely you want a smaller screwdriver, okay, for this job. And that's how easy it is to have the wheels removed, as you can see. The wheel assembly is very simply designed, but extremely effective. Just doing a general clean, I'm gonna remove and put those to the side as replaced parts. And again, do a general clean of whatever's under there. Now, as you can see, the Roomba held up exceptionally well over the years, and I'm actually very impressed by the reliability of the Roomba. And we're gonna remove the second module now. Again, one is in this little hole you need to access with a little skinny screwdriver, and the other one is just on the edge, fairly easy to spot. And we're on our way to completely overhaul this Roomba, get almost everything brand new, okay? And the last one is over here at the corner as well. So one in the front, 2 on the back. Okay. And you just pull this out and that's it. This wheel is quite a lot dirtier. I don't know why, but it's got lots of hairs stuck in there. Again, I'm gonna do a quick clean. And get the screw out. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna again put the other assembly to the side as well. Now we are on to the steps of actually installing the brand new wheel modules, okay? And let's see. So those modules, if you compare the texture, right? So this, I'll show you the completely worn out one. If you look over here, this one is completely worn out, okay? All the edges from the wheel, from the rubber wheel is gone. And that's the time to replace it, okay? Let's see. And unfortunately, they're not able to just remove this part because it looks like they permanently attach this to the module. So if you need to replace it, you just have to get a new one. I believe this sells for around $20, $30 as a replacement, but again, it lasted for years. So this should last you for quite a long time, okay? And I just compared and I find out, okay, so this module is for this side, and I'm just going to go ahead and install it and drop it in here. And again, it should be a direct drop in. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to modify anything. It should be ready to go, okay? And so the same thing for the other wheel module. Extremely easy install. All the screws are already there. So all you have to do is just tighten the screws while you drop it in there, okay? So let's do this. All right, so almost there. We're almost done. And we'll also just get this out. We'll replace the whole assembly, okay? So this one, I believe you can just directly pull it out like so. And this is gone, okay? I'm not sure what this assembly is doing, but we're getting a brand new one after a few years. Compare the roller. Okay, so the roller design is actually slightly different now. It doesn't have the white black, it's just a whole black piece, but this, it rolls very smoothly, okay? And I would assume it's gonna work just as well when I put it in there. Again, it's really important to keep everything nice and clean. So when you put your replacement part in here, see, very nice. There's no weird noise and it spins very nicely. Okay, so brand new, brand new, brand new. And the brush is gonna be brand new as well. So this machine is well on its way to do its hard work again. All right, so let's just put all the screws back and make sure we secure all the assemblies very nicely and firmly onto the Roomba. And the installation couldn't be any easier, okay? I feel like it's almost more easy than the removal process. It's just so easy to service. One of the best investment you can get for your home is a little Roomba. It just works tirelessly. All right, so our job is pretty much done. There are some dust and I'm just gonna vacuum whatever that I see. And everything should be nice and new. And let's see. So we'll put the cover back on there. And again, cover's dirty, so let's just do a quick vacuum. All right. So again, the cover, you just align the battery hole with the battery area and just simply drop it in here, 4 screws, and that's pretty much it. Drop the battery in. There's the battery right here. So we haven't replaced this battery yet. The battery is quite expensive, but for now it's been working perfectly fine. So again, we haven't had the need to replace, but it's easily replaceable, okay? You slide this piece in here and you put these 2 screws and lock it. All right, 2 more screws and we're done with the wheel module replacement. The last step is dropping all the new refreshment parts and we're good to go. Okay. Throw those sides aside. The refreshment kits comes with a lot of filters. So, and again, as I said, I'm not replacing the filter, but it does come with quite a lot of filters. I think at least 3, okay? But what I need is brand new rollers. That's what I need right here. Those rollers are nice and full and they feel like they haven't shrinked. This roller that we had, we feel like it's already shrinked quite a lot. So it's not, again, doing job as effectively as a brand new roller. So we're replacing those. Okay. And we'll take a little brand new one out. Compare the brand new one with the old one. Okay. You can see the old one is already damaged on the side. So time to replace, but it would still work. Okay. If you want it to work, the old one still works a little bit, but it's always nice to get a new one. And this doesn't cost as much. So it's really easy to replace. We're gonna put it in here. You align the different colors. The dark one goes to the back and basically you just drop it in there. Sorry, dark one goes over there and the light one goes over here. Just align it as the instruction says and boom, brand new, brand new, brand new, and brand new. The last piece, of course, is to just secure this on here. And we have recently just replaced this dustbin, which I think costs around 20 or 30 some dollars. The old dustbin had a broken tab. So every time you open the tab, just be careful not to use too much force so your dustbin could work a little longer compared to ours. Ours worked for, again, I think 4 or 5 years before it needed replacement. So at this part, the complete overhaul is done. We pretty much replaced everything visible on the back of the Roomba except the battery, okay? And I showed you guys how to clean the filter to make it last longer. Do that, you're definitely gonna see a difference in terms of the Roomba's performance, okay? And of course, the last step is just flip it over and drop the dustbin in here. And we'll do a test and see if it actually moves around. Perfect. That's it. I hope you guys found this video helpful in helping you revitalize your old and aging Roomba. And if you did, please do hit the like button or subscribe to my channel. I should have more how-to videos coming out for you guys. And again, everything I mentioned, I'm gonna post a link down below on where you can get it, including the tools. You definitely need, again, those little tiny screwdrivers as opposed to a regular one that you find like this one, okay? This one you need for the cover removal, but you need a small one for the wheel module replacement. And take a look at the new parts, take a look at the old and graveyard parts right here, all right? So thanks again, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.